Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series Playoffs. I am the Crushinator, and today we have a best of 5 match for you in Division B East. We've got the 2nd seed 30-50 Feral Hoggers taking on 6th seed AnarchY. And teams are in, teams are ready. Getting ready to start the match. Hello YouTube, hello Twitch, wherever you're catching me right now. We're doing the simulcasting once again. Wherever you're at, make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe on the YouTubes, make sure you check everything out to see where all my stuff is. We've got content all over the place, and yeah, lots of casting still to do this season. Still a couple left as the playoffs roll on. And of course, we'll be back next season, so make sure you're following in all the places to see when everything comes out. Let's go to the map select. See what the situation is. Oh, I switched it to the best of 5 screen. Look at me go. Bans are Braxis Holdout, Dragonshire, Towers of Doom, and Battlefield of Eternity. And we're going to be starting off this best of 5 on Volskaya Foundry for map number 1. Let's jump into it. My co-catter is currently missing. He's over here, which is off screen, instead of over here, which would be on screen. A fickle cat he is, and maybe he'll come visit the camera one of these sets. Starting things off with the bans here. Blaze banned out by Feral Hoggers. AnarchY getting rid of Johanna. Some stalwart front lines removed. People want the co-catter. You know what? I could pick him up and put him over there, but he'd probably just get down and move back over to the bed. Not much I can do. Maybe he'll visit, though. Zul'jin and Falstad next to be banned, and a quick pick onto Vala here by Protoss Rule. Looks like the drafts are pretty well researched and locked in here by our teams. Not much discussion to be had as we're flying through the opening part of our draft. Zul'jin is one that we tend to see on Volskaya Foundry, so I understand that ban. Deckard Junkrats, some big area control picks here for AnarchY. With those, though, it looks like they're trying to control the objectives, which is not necessarily the way you have to go on Volskaya Foundry, but especially in that super late game, those protectors get very, very powerful. So it's nice to have some zone control on side. See what's going to go along with this Vala here for 30-50 Feral Hoggers. Ooh, we got a Garrosh and an Oriole. Kind of an older style composition, but this was very much a power trio not too long ago. It's weird to talk about what used to be in Heroes of the Storm when we haven't had a significant patch in some time, but the whole Vala Oriole thing used to be, you know, big news here in Heroes of the Storm, but still a powerful combination as long as the two can stay together, roam together, do good work. Zarya, definitely an addendum to that trio. Going to be removed here by AnarchY, wanting to make sure they don't get fully comboed in this draft. 30-50 Feral Hoggers, they're looking at the Junkrat, they're looking at the Deckard. We've got Garrosh. Garrosh would be another good area control. May is another one that comes to mind if you're looking to just block people from entering a space. We're going to get rid of Diablo here, though. Diablo Deckard, another sort of older combo. You go with Stay a While and Listen into the Apocalypse. You just guaranteed extra stun time. Or just going with the big triangle route into the Lightning Breath is another big one that you can do with Diablo and Deckard. AnarchY looking to lock in their next 2 picks here. What do we got from them? ETC, the option here from the Joker. Hunterlust going for Leoric. Definitely a good pair into Garrosh. ETC, of course, has to watch out for the timing of those slides, as you might need them to escape a Garrosh throw. But having that bump back is a nice little tool against Garrosh. 30-50 Feral Hoggers looking for their last 2 picks here. They need an off lane, they need a flex. That's going to go along with this power trio. Ooh, an Uther here from Kalkin, and Jaeger goes for the Sonya. So we've got a double healer with a tank. And the Sonya there. Vala does put out probably enough damage, especially with the Sonya. Sonya is one of our higher damage bruisers. So usually when you think about double healer plus a tank, you're thinking about lacking damage. But Vala and Sonya might be enough to carry here. Well, they are up against Leoric with a lot of self-healing, ETC with a lot of self-healing. MJH goes for Tychus on this last pick here for AnarchY. Interesting. Well, 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers are putting together a very stylized draft. I feel like they've got enough damage. It's right on the edge, but this could be a very cool composition to watch play. Let's get ready and get into it. Game number 1 of our best of 5 today. On the left in the blue, we have 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Protoss rule on the Vala. Jaeger playing Sonya. Akari is on the Oriole. Kalkin playing Uther. And Random Task is on Garrosh. On the right in the red, we have AnarchY, the Joker on ETC, Hunterlust on Leoric, Trunks playing Deckard, Shadow Droid is on Junkrat, and MJH is playing the Tychus. The people are demanding Artanis and Tuna in the chat. Perhaps Tuna will be in for the subsequent games. We are underway here on Volskaya Foundry. Garrosh going to be stacking Qs on 1. Uther going for auto attacks, as well as Vala. And no level 1 quests to be found on the side of AnarchY. AnarchY staying well away from the early Garrosh pressure. Just letting the wave come to them. Sonya and Leoric going to be 1v1 on the bottom side here. We'll see if there's going to be any possible rotations from AnarchY. ETC a pretty good tank for side lane picks, and Sonya not the greatest at getting away before level 10. But bottom lane on Volskaya Foundry is also a pretty difficult lane to gank. It's super wide, there's not a lot of places to roll in unseen. So we will have to see if there's any visits down there. Both teams grabbing their turrets here at the early going. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers getting theirs a little bit sooner. Getting back into the lane here. Joker covering things on the top side for now. Mounted Garrosh always going to be something to watch out for here on AnarchY. Random Task running forward looking for someone to pick. Does not get the hit with the Groundbreaker. Random Task, oh, looking across there. Did not get snagged by that Junkrat trap. It's a pretty measured opening set of rotations here from our teams. Looks like Leoric visited mid for a moment before heading on back down to bot. Catch that wave. AnarchY dropping back to get their siege camp going for the top lane. Oh, I thought Feral Hoggers were going after that heal camp possibly, but they're just going to stay ahead on that rotation. We're going to let Uther stack up auto attacks on this back camp for a moment. You see it counting 30 and upwards there. Occasionally you'll see Karazim doing that same thing. If they go for something like the blue quest on level 1, they'll just go punch a camp for a while. Uther taking advantage of those stationary targets. MGH was holding back that camp there for AnarchY, timing it out to match the opposing team. Stun goes out onto ETC, Kalkin thrown back to safety there by Random Task. Knockback from Oriole sends Hunterlust into the back line. Heal camp is being committed to here by AnarchY. Nice push by the Joker. That'll be a heal camp for AnarchY. Objective is up and ready to be claimed. Looks like the teams are focusing more on getting their level 7s before jumping into that objective area. Top lane camps to be dealt with as well. It looks like AnarchY has waited long enough. They're going to jump onto the point here. Are they going? There's that bottom lane gank I was talking about, but Jaeger just splits everybody. Oh no, AnarchY has been crisscrossed. Sonya gets away. Turret camps are up once again. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers getting that quickly as a group. Tychus pushing that top lane before coming to join the team. AnarchY going to get their second turret going. Neither team really wanting to commit to the point here. Instead, making sure to catch all the XP that they can. Random Task staying to contest. MJH. Gonna start to get things going here for AnarchY. ETC venturing forward in the top lane a little bit. Random Task. Not going to be able to get a throw there. AnarchY is starting this channel. MJH getting back to safety there, not wanting to be thrown in. ETC's caught, but no chase forward there by Random Task. Feral Hoggers hold the point. Turret is used. Junkrat going to try to burst that down. Uh-oh, Culkin is thrown into the back and to be slid there by ETC. Is there a follow-up in range, though? Tychus trying to lock in. Hunterlust a little bit low there on the edge after dueling with Sonya. Jaeger getting the best of that 1v1, spinning into the back line. Heal totem has been put down as Culkin and Random Task are getting low, trying to move away. Uther is going to be the first to go down here. Protoss rules saved. Random Task is going to get away. Jaeger will be slid on. Is there enough follow-up? Looks like no. Rest of the damage remaining on the point here for AnarchY. First blood does go over to the red team. Sort of missed that 1v1 there in the bottom lane. Leora came up very much hurting. 75% and counting as level 10s are now online. AnarchY has the Odin, Stay While and Listen, Entomb, Mosh Pit, and Riptire. On the side of 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, it's the Warlord's Challenge, Reign of Vengeance, Wrath of the Berserker, Crystal Aegis, and Divine Shield. First Protector of the game going towards the mid lane, gonna knock down that tower real quick. Now it's moving up to the top side. Just working on getting that wall down. Odin is used here by MGH as Random Task trying to chase forward onto that Tychus. Not going to get it, but good zoning there. Protector is forced to move back. Leoric is still trying to step to Sonya, but Jaeger doing a great job in that 1v1. Hunterlust manages to get away. Protector, only 15 seconds left on it, not going to get too much more done. Might be able to throw another one of those spirit bombs at the gate before it expires. A little bit of damage from the laser. Let's get that turret down. There we go. It's about as much as you can expect to get done with the first objective. Sonya continuing to slam jam there in the bottom lane. Did pick up the Poison Spear as well. Very strong 1v1 talent. Feral Hoggers going for the heal camp this time. The Joker wanting to go in there, waiting for the rest of the team to arrive. Leoric is on the way. Slide onto the front line as Random Task is bumped in, taking a lot of damage from Tychus. There's the Stay a While and Listen. D-Shield has to go out. It's a 4-player taunt. Random Task, though, is eating a lot of ults to stay alive. ETC is going to go down. Hunterlust falls as well, and it looks like the ults were well placed on the tank there. Unable to convert that kill was AnarchY, and they lose 2 in the process. Did the heal camp actually get picked up? I think it got picked up and immediately used. So I do not see AnarchY holding it right now. That's the power of that double healer. It's very, very difficult to take down that first target. That's going to be a turret camp steal here for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. And AnarchY will have to regroup. No forts down just yet. Protector B should be announced in a moment. Up there in the top lane. Extra bit of hardware there as Sonya's caught in between lanes. Jaeger goes down to about half and then gets hit with that grenade on the way out. Tychus did go for the melting point there on 7, so a little bit of dot damage. We'll see if it's going to be that Titan grenade on 16 to get that serious poke and the fadeaway damage. Auto attack wise, Vol is up to 72 here as we approach the 10-minute mark. Going to continue to stack that throughout the game. The Joker on the flank here, wanting to find Vala, will not get the connection there on the slide stun. Solid effort there, though. Sonya's coming up. Kalkin gonna get the stun there, thrown into the back. Ooh, I think Garrosh got knocked away by Junkrat before being able to hit the Warlord's challenge. Nice peels there from Shadow Droid. Next Protector getting ready to unlock. Sonya, stepping forward is going to get caught in the Entomb. No leap to move away. There's the throw taunt under tower range. The Joker is going to be stunned mid-slide, but does get out of range just barely. Ooh. The Q from Vala did not find the target there, and the Joker gets away. Sonya goes down, though, before this objective phase. Going to be up in about 20 seconds. Feral Hoggers going to get their back camp going in the meantime while they wait on Sonya. Very even in terms of XP. Very, very close on the path to level 16 here. AnarchY going to be the ones to start it. Deckard just spreading those potions around. Leoric's still in the bottom lane, looking to possibly find 16 on the rotation up here. Kalkin done with that level 1 auto attack west, wanting to start this camp. As 16s are in for both sides. Shadow Droid scouting out the effort, but not going to be a commit there from AnarchY. They do get about 70% and counting on this objective before Deckard moves back to safety. AnarchY going to pick themselves up another turret camp before trying to finish out this objective phase. Kalkin thrown in, going to be saved by Random Task. The Joker trying to get a mosh pit, but did not connect onto anybody there. And Tomb doesn't come out quite in time, and that's going to be Hunterlust caught and taken out. So close there from AnarchY, but just a little bit off on those timings. Feral Hoggers now pressing in the top lane, trying to take down this structure. Kalkin, almost mowed down there by Tychus. Leoric about to be back up. Does not have Entomb for another 15. Hunterlust spawning. Okay, it's going to come back. Kalkin riding forward. Nice unstoppable timing by Hunterlust there. AnarchY trying to get their siege camp out in the meantime. Stepping onto the point is 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Wash is available here for the Joker. They want to go for another big fight. Divine Shield still down for about 15 seconds, though. $85% in counting. Doesn't look like 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers are going to try to contest this. Kalkin too late to get on the point, and Protector goes over to the red team. Slide out into the Joker. That's going to be a stun onto 2, but quickly interrupted. D-shield on Vala, but is caught in the Entomb. Hunterlust trying to step forward here, but they can't quite get the damage onto Protoss Rule. Huge stun from Random Task as the Joker slides downhill once again. That's going to be Leoric first to go down. MJH being run down here by Jaeger. Trunks trying to just throw those potions on top of Tychus and will get the peel. ETC, though, not going to be so lucky and will fall. Protector just going to have to walk back behind the fort here. Not able to get too much done. The fort taking some damage. They're going to be just fine. Still no forts down in this effort. Protector's still up for about another 30 seconds here, but not going to be able to get too far across the map in this state. Yeah, only 15 seconds left. They're probably just going to walk it away and let it expire. Sony cleaning up the bottom lane as Shadow Droid pops on out. Approaching level 20 and still no structures taken down. That is the unfortunate tale of Volskaya Foundry a lot of the time. As now AnarchY stepping up, they want to fight over this camp. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers saying, nah, we don't want that fight. They're just going to back away and give the item. All heroics are available. As another turret goes over to Feral Hoggers. Random task, wanting to lead the team across, but they spy Tychus in the mid and get a little bit distracted on that rotation. Not to mention Vol is on the back camp right now, so there's no team fight potential here from the side of 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They do have their 20 advantage here for a brief moment, though, if they want to try to just run at AnarchY and make something happen. Leoric and Tychus stepping across the map. Looks like it's not going to be a collapse, but it's going to be a base trade. Protoss Rule with that Farflight Quiver now outranges forts. Quickly burn that down, so it'll be fort for fort. Will the push continue? Looks like it's going to be a double siege camp for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. And AnarchY are the ones to blink first. They're going to have to come back and defend. Double camp continuing to push in here. Everyone's up in the top lane ready for some action. Leoric getting 20 here for AnarchY. Protoss Rule just keeping that hatred flowing. Jaeger on the outside ready to move in. Hunterlust is here. No fight committed to. We're now 20 versus 20. We'll see who's going to be the first to bust this game open. Very safe movements from our teams. ETC trying to find an opportunity, wanting to get this mid fort down. Garrosh getting ready to come through on the flank. Random Task wants to walk in. There is a minion wave, though, that's going to get the dismount. And uh-oh, Slide Mosh here from the Joker. Gets 10-second interrupted, though. Trying to move back as Garrosh taunts that backline, and oh no, this is turned around majorly. There's a Mosh on the spot. ETC, though, is going to be the first to go down. Hunterlust low as well, will fall. Deckard thrown into the backline gets popped. AnarchY trying for a cheeky engage there, but it does not work out. They're going to lose 4 here. Is there enough time to just push to the core? Protoss Rule trying to step up and get this going. They're going to get a keep at least. They've got 30 seconds here with a Vala and a Sonya. They might be able to just take this game. Leoric is going to be back. Junkrat is back. But it's still 20 seconds on ETC, 28 on Deckard. Yeah, they're just going to start moving in. 2 here on the defense, 10 seconds on ETC. No Mosh available. The core is being focused. It doesn't... Well, they got to get on that. Vala trying to stay away from Leoric here. Akari with the knockback, and Tomb goes out. Protoss Rule turning things onto Leoric. The core is at 70% and falling. Here comes ETC. Deckard is about to be back, and they're not going to be able to push through. Kalkin trying to move away here. Random Task is low. There's the save onto Uther, but looks like Kalkin going to be caught anyway. Uther goes down as Trunks catches everybody in the stay a while and listen. Riptire on the chase is going to get a knock onto 2. Random Task being run down here by Hunterlust. Huge slow as the Shield of Faith comes on out from Akari. Is it enough to save Random Task? Doesn't look like it. Just too many slows and roots. Garrosh goes down. 56% on the core. Just not enough damage and focus to end that game. AnarchY now with 30 seconds without Uther. As they move to the bottom lane, they've got a wave pushing in. Can they get themselves a keep? All of a sudden, a game that was just moving very, very cautiously, and it's going to be multiple keeps busted open from the looks of things. Mosh is available. If there can be multiple picks here, this might be a turnaround core attempt from AnarchY. 4 players available. AnarchY not going to try it. They'll just back up and get ready for the next objective. Items stolen here. So it looks like AnarchY just doing the tour of items. Garrosh now back on the battlefield. And what was a very well fortified map is all of a sudden not very well fortified at all. Siege camps going out for both teams. They have enough room? Yeah, they've got enough room for another item here for AnarchY. They're going to grab themselves a turret. We'll see who's going to start moving towards this objective. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers are going to go for the top lane first. Hunterlust coming on down to start this objective. See if there's going to be possibly a move through the top lane. AnarchY waiting patiently here. I know they don't want to get their lane pushed into the core, or else they risk just a core blitz. Leoric, uh-oh. Leoric's got to get out of there. Still has a wall to retreat to, though. Hunterlust escapes. AnarchY will start to rotate down. Moving as safely as they can. Well, 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Watching their positioning closely. Everyone's here. Random Task looking for a target. Staying mounted for now. Kalkin gets out of trouble. As ETC moves down to the point, Random Task starting to look at that backline. The Joker still holding it down. Wanting that big flank. Hunterlust staying out of vision. Protoss Rule does get the scout, though. Very, very cautious approach to this objective. There's the slide onto Garrosh. The Joker looking for something in the backline. Gonna be thrown, taunted on the spot. There's the stun follow-up. Stun from Rain of Vengeance as well. The Blink Mosh is going out, but I think it got 10-seconded. The Vala goes down. That's a huge pick-off there for AnarchY. They're trying to find the Oriole who hits that Shield of Faith. Random Task in the backline is going to get caught along with Uther. There goes Oriole, 4 members down. Jaeger trying to trade onto the Joker will get caught. It's a full team wipe for AnarchY, and they find the exact fight they're looking for, and they're going to go for the core. Hunterlust going back just in case. We do have a triple catapult here, shelling away at this core. Leoric is going to be back to clear it, though, and this is going to be AnarchY picking up the victory. I wonder if the Winions would have actually done it. They were going. There were 3 of them stacked up there. That might have been very, very close. But AnarchY Very nice late team wipe. We'll pick up the victory here on Volskaya Foundry. GG. Very steady game number one, and then an explosive end there. AnarchY getting the big team wipe to end it, but I mean, about as close as a game could get. We'll see it on the score stats. Let's check them out. 9-9 in takedowns there. Taking a look at the damage, it was actually Sonya leading the way on the hero damage, and that extended 1v1 with Leoric at 65,500 there, leading in basically all categories. Junkrat, Shadow Droid, over 80,000 hero damage that time for AnarchY. Take a look at the talent screen as we update the scoreboard. Get ready for game two. All right. We are going to Tomb of the Spider Queen next. Once again chosen here by AnarchY. We shall see if there's any major differences in the draft. I love reactive drafting, so let's see if they do it. Let's get in there. Who will react in this draft? I don't know. Oh, goodness me. Check your posture, team. Move your microphone accordingly. Make sure you're sitting up straight. I'm not just talking to myself, you're talking to yourself. There we go. That's a little better. Goodness gracious. It's like I've never done this before. Junkrat banned away by 30 to 50 feral hoggers. Falstad once again removed here by AnarchY. There we go. Much better. No Falstad on Tomb. Alright, there must be a prolific Falstad player then over on 30 to 50 feral hoggers. Not one that we usually see on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Yes, that's true, chat. Tuna Breath is in the draft. As Garrosh removed here by 30 to 50 feral hoggers. Okay. Interesting. There appear to be some shared hero pools between these two teams. As the heroes seem to have drifted around the bands at the top. AnarchY looking for their last top band here. What do we got? Still taking away the Johanna. First pick, Kalkin going for the Blaze. Blaze was banned away last set, so obviously high priority onto that hero. Can't really go wrong with a Blaze, really, ever. For any comp, for any reason. You should pick Blaze. Trunks going back to the Deckard here. Hunterlust going for Leoric. They're running it back here for AnarchY. 30 to 50 feral hoggers. They've got the Blaze already. I always love a Blaze Diablo. I feel like that combo is just murderous completely. Akari going for Anduin. Random Task is going to do the Anubarak. Another solid follow-up. You don't need the wall to be able to stop someone and let Blaze follow it up or let Anduin follow it up. So solid CC chain has been created here by 30 to 50 feral hoggers. AnarchY looking to ban away some damage. See if maybe they want to get rid of that Vala, or maybe pick it for themselves, or if they've decided that the Vala is no concern of theirs. What's it gonna be? They've decided no Genjis allowed. That's always a good idea. Even if their team already has 3 damage dealers, and you're like, they're not gonna pick Genji. Ban it anyway. Because that's exactly the draft moment where they just go, ugh, get you. You thought we weren't going to draft a 4th assassin? Well, you were wrong, and it's Genji. And now you lost. Goodness gracious. 30 to 50 feral hoggers. They see the Deckard, they see the Leoric, and they do not want to see a Zul'jin. No Zul'jin for a second game in a row here. That does leave room for Artanis, Hierarch of the Daylong. see if it is indeed going to be picked here by AnarchY. They've got to pick the Vala, though, don't they? Lunara and Muradin. Okay. See if Protoss Rule wants the Vala or wants something else here, but Lunara does provide a lot of great vision around the objective. I do appreciate that. We'll see if it's going to be that leaping strike Lunara, if it's just going to be the consistent poke of the Thornwood Vine on level 10. Goodness gracious. I think I got some cat hair on my nose or something. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They're going to bring the noise with Kael'thas and Sylvanas here. So not going for that Vala, but solid wave clear and solid burst follow-up to that Anubarak setup. Looks like a pretty straightforward plan here, especially into a Deckard with no cleanse potential. That could spell trouble here for AnarchY. MJH on the last pick. Will we see the Tychus once again, perhaps? No, it's going to be a Cassia. Interesting. We tend to see Cassia more into pure auto attackers, but Cassia does just do a lot of good damage. I think it's harder to do a lot of damage with Cassia than it is other heroes, but nothing wrong with Cassia as a hero per se. We'll see how it works out here for AnarchY as we get ready for game number 2. Here we go. Game number 2 on the left and the blue, once again, is 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Jaeger on the Kael'thas, Akari playing Anduin, Protoss Rule on the Sylvanas, Kalkin playing Blaze, and Random Task is on Anubarak. On the right in the red, it is AnarchY. Hunter Lust on Leoric, MJH is playing Cassia, Tunabref on Lunara, the Joker is on Muradin, and it is Trunks on Deckard. The chat believes in Lunara. Can the chat believe hard enough to turn it into a victory? What does chat think? Chat thinks yes. Initial wave clear rounds are starting up. Random Task taking a little bit of a hit there. MJH will be rooted on the top side. Of course, Cassia, without moving, loses all of that armor. Thank you, Samuel. I appreciate the compliment. Glad you're enjoying the YouTube side of things. Rotations are commencing here. As wave clear, of course, with that Kael'thas going to be very strong. The Joker getting a nice stun there onto Random Task. Good route from Deckard. Is there enough follow-up? Not quite. Random Task too deep in enemy lines. Looks like 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers getting their Bruiser camp out right here at the 1 minute mark. Very difficult camp to invade, of course, but sometimes we'll see teams go after that bottom siege camp in the early going. See if there's going to be any focus there. Siege camp now started here for AnarchY as well. Their camp clear is going to be slightly slower. Though I say that, and Kael'thas moved away from the camp to get that lane soak. No one going after the bottom camp just yet. Looks like Leoric getting the better of this exchange here in game number 2. As the bruiser camps will meet here. The Joker on the outside trying to get the stun onto Akari, but went a little too wide with that Stormbolt. Joker moving forward, going to get rooted, but is making great use of those potions. MJH into the back, trying to move onto Akari here. Tunabref chasing with that poison damage as well. No early takedowns, though. Cue Ball, I think, invoking Smite, League of Legends, and Dota in a single sentence. If I know my MOBA characters correctly. No takedowns thus far. Tunabreff trying to turn in 17 on the bottom side here. Will do so effectively as there's a bit of a clash here in the top lane. Where did Lunara go? Lunara did go Nature's Culling for that extra PvE damage, which I think is a good idea on Tomb of the Spider Queen specifically. Nice route there from Deckard. Ooh, big doubles, or big triple stun from Random Task, and that is going to be Murd and taken out. MJH trying to walk it back as well, but Random Task with a great set of body blocking. Cassia trying to wiggle on by as Trunks throwing out those potions. Is it enough? Protoss Rule moves forward, trying to get that execute. What a body block from Anubarak! How is it not enough? The potion, oh no! Cassia went one way, Deckard went the other, and Cassia does go down. Deckard stopping the interrupt there. Both teams do have enough for their turn in. See if anyone gets the actual opportunity to do so. Looks like a gank potential here on the bottom lane. Hunter Lust trying to move out. Will get away. 12 gems in hand. Trunks trying to put in 12 here. Will do so effectively. Random Task a little bit light on resources, sitting on 15 right now. Culkin trying to drop off 5. MJH scaring them away. 6 more gems required here for AnarchY. Joker stepping forward, stun onto 1, but there's a great turnaround damage from 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Web Weavers are converted there by Hunter Lust, able to drop off that last 6. Red Web Weavers are now on the way. We'll see how much pressure can be put on with our first objective of the game. The Joker holding everybody off as well as Deckard. So the Auric and Blaze will try to cover the off lanes for the moment. Ooh, big damage there onto the gate. The Joker jumping right over the top, trying to follow up onto Protoss Rule. Almost getting the takedown there was AnarchY. All those slows along with the Deckard combos causing some havoc on that front line of 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They're doing a pretty good job of clearing this Web Weaver from a range. Top fort going to be just fine. Mid fort taking a bit of damage here. As MJH is actually broken off to work this down. Sylvanas actually run down there in between lanes. I didn't think they were serious. The Joker going in way deep there to convert that takedown. Still going in. This fort is low. Pops the Avatar here. The fort's still standing. That is going to be Murd and taken down a little overzealous there by the Joker. Fort taken out by the Lunara poison. Those 10s for AnarchY were selected. Avatar, Leaping Strike, Ball Lightning, Stay a While and Listen, and Entomb. MJH trying to get this interrupted. Random Task going in there. Finds the Cocoon onto Cassia. Mind Control and Light Bomb go out. Deckard Cain will fall. Is there any damage or cooldowns for MJH? Looks like no. Jaeger able to drop off 24 gems, though. Great turnaround from 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. We saw some of those ults come out there. Cocoon, Mind Control, Light Bomb. We also have the Phoenix and the Bunker to round it out here for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers as the Blue Web Weavers are now getting ready to drop on down. Both tanks trying to engage there, not finding their target. Mind Control goes out. Deckard going to be pulled forward here. Trunks in trouble as Phoenix is committed by Kael'thas. Trunks trying to move away. Just barely going to get out. The Joker avoids the Netherwind here. Stay While and Listen is going to land onto 1. Random Task slowed down. Still holding 30 here. As the Joker not able to stop Anubarak before Anduin pulled them back to safety. Web Weavers are cleared out. Still only the mid fort of 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers down. Top did survive. Enough for their second turn in. Both teams do have enough. Leoric trying to turn in on the bottom side. Random task. Not going to be able to interrupt that one, and the red Web Weavers are committed here. Very, very quick objective phases. Might lead to a slower mid-game here. Uh-oh, Protoss Rule is going to get seen there. Manages to avoid the Stormbolt, as now Muradin is caught between a rock and a hard place. Going to be stunned out there. Has no jump. Committed the Avatar, but have they just found themselves caught in a corridor? 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They're going to lose their tank as well. Blaze goes down. It was an ambush of an ambush there. Ends up being a 2-for-1 for AnarchY while their objective pushes in. Muradin ended up eating so many cooldowns and surviving for long enough that the rest of his team just kind of stepped up and dealt him the damage for the turnaround double. Top fort falling. Leoric gonna make sure that bottom fort falls here. Pretty lucrative pair of turn-ins from AnarchY. Usually after the first two you aren't getting the entirety of the fort line down, but look at them go. Kalkin. Just thinking about it. Oh, Trunks! Oh, Trunks betrayed the position. Zoom in of shame. Oh no. It's tough. Especially trying to engage on a mounted target is difficult. Still 26 more gems needed for AnarchY on their next turn in. Boss is an option, though difficult to do in a 5v5 situation. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They're certainly thinking about this boss. Checking the top side. Bottom camp is going to be the choice for AnarchY. Uh-oh, Leoric in a bunch of trouble here. Hunterlust with that living bomb will get taken down. Can someone grab those gems? Looks like the Joker's got it under control. Cassia, though, not going to be so lucky. Light bomb out a bit too early, but doesn't super matter. Cassia goes down. Can the Joker find the gems? Oh, they didn't guard them. 10 gems picked up. Easy big turn in for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Oh, they tagged the boss as well. Is this a greedy play? Leoric is going to be back, but they know Cassia's still down. Muradin, Deckard, Lunara are here. Hunterlust is in the area. They might challenge this. Here comes Tuna Breath. Can they get onto the point? Bunker is committed. They can't get onto the point, though. Akari is able to get into the bunker just in time. Hunterlust goes down. Now Muradin, still in Avatar form, trying to get away. Boss is taken by 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. A risky maneuver, but they do get it. Trunks trying to catch them. In the stay while and listen, but random task just charges right through it. There's the follow-up stun. Protoss Rule, great chase. But there's so much healing coming out from those Deckard potions that Trunks gets away. Still, we got a major push going on here in the top lane with this boss and objective. We'll see how far it can go. Keep wall is shredded here, and the big units just gonna walk it on forward. Mind control not quite landing there onto Muradin. It looks like the keep will survive. $30 to 50 Feral Hoggers just need a little bit more for 16s, and there they go. They're looking to grab the mid fort as well. Things are starting to even up here on the map. Bottom side pretty low as well. Feral Hoggers just dropping off what they can. Pretty even on the gem count. Pretty even on the structure count. Pretty even on the experience. Things are, things have come to a head here in the mid-game. Random task, just scouting things out. Joker dropping off those 25 is definitely going to help. But he's just a little bit late there. Ooh, sorry. I was trying to get the camera fixed and my finger kept twitching. All good, all good. Neo keeping the top side clear as Bruiser Camp now pushing forward for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. AnarchY. Just looking for a way in here. Random task. Uh-oh. There's not a lot of protection around this fort. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers decides not to dive under it, though. There's just so much space around the fort where you can be past the wall and not be fired upon. That's why that fort is not as safe as it looks. Tuna Breath dropping off 18. That is a big payoff as, uh-oh. That's going to be trouble here for Murden. Mind Control comes on out and never had a chance. Murden goes down. Deckard put into the cocoon. Trunks trying to walk it out of there. Light Bomb connects, and that will be it for Deckard Cain. Double takedown. 430 to 50 Feral Hoggers, and now they do have enough for their next Web Weaver phase. The clutch is filled, blue team. Go thusly. Bottom fort for sure going down here. Jet propulsion used. We'll see if there's going to be any keeps going down with this objective phase. Siege camp pushing the bottom lane. But the top lane, definitely going to be the focus here for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Starting to move forward. Wave is cleared up. Calkin looking for a connection. Oh. The Joker gets hit on the front line. Nice catch there from Kael'thas. Going to put MJH a chunk down, and top keep definitely falling. That's a big open here. 430 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They're now going to move their way towards the mid. Can they siege this down? Objective is nearly cleared away. It looks like they don't want to hang out here. Boss is still another 20 seconds away. No turn-in opportunity for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, but red team does have enough for their next. AnarchY looking to look to push out these lanes so they can access these turn-in points. 5 seconds and counting. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They might just blitz up here. It's out and ready to go. Jaeger wants to fire it up, and there they go. Top lane is pushed all the way forward here, so there's no vision. Still, Murden is charging across. They know that this boss is the play. It's down to half. And we're going to have another fight on this boss. Random task scouting it out. The Joker's going to jump right over the top. This fight is happening. Murden put into the cocoon, and the boss, they're going to bail. Cassia caught in the midst here. It's a huge pile of damage. Trunks getting run down. There goes Deckard. The Joker in the middle of things, trying to jump back to safety. Leoric, the big gem holder here, though, is going to try to move away and get to those potions. Murden goes down, and this is a disaster here for AnarchY. 3 down, and they're looking for more. Hunterlust in the middle of things. Lunara taken down. Leoric goes down, and that is going to be game number 2. 5-player takedown from 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They get the fight they were looking for on that boss, and now they are going to take down the core. Very nice turnaround there, and this series is going to get evened up 1-1. A solid performance in game number 2. Well done. GG. $30 to $50 Feral Hoggers turning it around. We're now 1-1 in this best of 5. Very close series indeed. This game definitely a little bit more one-sided. Let's check out the stats. Still, in the end, it kind of came down to it. If had that fight gone the other way, I think AnarchY could have just as easily run across the map, taken out a keep and won. Kael'thas, Jaeger, 0 deaths on 5 takedowns, top siege, top hero damage, looking great out there. for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Tuna Breath on the Lunara, leading the way in hero damage there for AnarchY. A little over 40,000. Take a look at the talents and let's update the scoreboard. Get prepped for game 3. Very nice. We are going to Cursed Hollow here for our game number 3. This one chosen by 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. AnarchY opting for the first pick. We'll see if that. We'll see if they can get the draft of their dreams here for game number 3. Kogan, I better not decide to leave. You know what? I tried to set things up. Like, I've got the chair over here. I've got a bed over there, and I'm like, look, man, wherever you want to set up, that's fine. I'll just kind of put the camera. I'll put the camera over there, and then as soon as I do it, he's like, no. He just goes and finds a new spot. I'm like, okay. All right. You know what I need, though? I need a drone. I just need a drone that just locks onto the cat, follows. That'll be my cat drone. You won't be able to hear a thing I'm saying because it'll be impossibly loud. See, he's leaving already. Can't keep him for even until draft time. Let's get in there. Can't even get him to stay till the end of draft. What kind of caster am I? Oh well, I'm sure he'll be back. I'll move his bed back to where it should be. All right, Cursed Hollow is our third draft of the day. See what AnarchY wants to ban from the first ban position. Any reactions? Inhuman reactions. What do we got? Still no fall stats allowed. Build a hatchery. I don't think I have room for a hatchery in this room. Maybe if I get a different house, there'll be room for a hatchery in my office. Junkrat taken away here by 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. It's been a pretty common priority for these teams so far this series. Boss control, long-range poke being handled so far. AnarchY thinking about their next ban. Still very much not interested in seeing Johanna. Seemingly not interested in first picking it either. Blaze removed this time by the Feral Hoggers. Notably, Blaze is available, or not Blaze, Garrosh is available. So we'll see if that's going to be something that 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers picks up on. First AnarchY, ooh, we get our first Dahaka this series. Hunterlust locking that in here for AnarchY. Having the global on Cursed Hollow, of course, very nice to have, but you got to make sure that you use it. Got to use it to invade. Got to use it to come in late to these fights. Make sure you get good use out of it. Kalkin goes for the Hogger here in the offlane. Jaeger choosing Hanzo. Okay. First for all three of these heroes so far this series, I do believe. Let's see. I like the ranged engage from Hanzo here. There's a lot of good scatter walls. Trunks goes for White Mane Shadow Droid on the Mei. Interesting choices. Mei, of course, very strong area control. Can ward people away from the channel points, ward people away from the bosses. White Mane is pretty good at fighting in small areas, and there's a lot of those here on Cursed Hollow. Not to mention the Trunks does get a cleanse healer for AnarchY this time around. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Getting rid of that Zul'jin once again. The scouting report says no axes allowed. And no axes there shall be. AnarchY, they see the Hogger, they see the Hanzo. They've already got their tank, so they could look to get rid of one of those. An Uberak was played last game. Diablo another strong one, of course. Let's see what they're thinking. They'll get rid of Anubarak. Anubarak, I'd say, has an easier time getting away from Mei shenanigans. Diablo kind of requires a charge target to be able to move out of those blizzards. Next two picks. Random task goes for the Muradin here. Muradin can jump out of those blizzards. Always useful to do. Akari goes for Rhaegar. Alright. Can never hurt to get some extra siege damage on Cursed Hollow, be able to take some camps. Good macro pressure that Rhaegar can provide. AnarchY looking for their last two. They need some damage. Looks like they're going for a double bruiser setup here. Malthael picked by the Joker. Tunabreath on the last pick. Presumably going to be a solo ranged. What are we thinking? Solo ranged Greymane. Not something we see a lot. Greymane is capable of pumping out a lot of damage, but has to live pretty dangerously to do so. Luckily, Whitemane's a good fighting healer. We'll see if that's going to be enough. Interesting. Seems like macro pressure is going to be more the strength of AnarchY here, so I wonder how much they're actually going to end up fighting. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers on the last pick. Protoss Rule goes for Zeratul. Not what I was expecting. I suppose you get back there and you can mess around with Whitemane. You can scout a little bit better in the jungle. I was expecting something a little more early game, but I think Zeratul's a good map pick. So we'll see if it works out here for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Game number 3 in today's best of 5. On the left in the blue, 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Random task on the Muradin. Protoss Rule playing Zeratul. Kalkin on Hogger. Jaeger playing the Hanzo. And Akari on Rhaegar. On the right in the red, we have AnarchY, the Joker on Malthael. Trunks playing Whitemane. Tunabreath on the Greymane. Shadow Droid is playing Mei. And Hunterlust is on Dahaka. Checking out our level 1 talents. You see Malthael going for the speedy on level 1 on a pale horse. Dahaka going for speed on level 1 as well. We've got the Shadow Hunter here for Zeratul, Scatter Arrow Quest for Hanzo. Muradin taking some hits. Hunterlust was looking for a drag connection, but didn't quite get it. AnarchY is going to go ahead and split into lanes here. Interesting choice, the on a pale horse for Malthael on Cursed Hollow. I want to see if the Joker is going to use that to rotate a little bit more between lanes. Looks like AnarchY going to get their camp out right at the 1 minute mark here. The Joker, trying to cover mid for now, dodging around. Trunks trying to come up for the heal. Joker will survive. Good awareness there from Trunks to come up and help that one. As Tunabreath knocks out that camp. Kalkin trying to get this bruiser camp going. The terrain is a little bit funny on this one, so it's tough to get a good bounce. Malthael now soloing the bruiser camp here for AnarchY. So definitely, you know, they're focusing on lane pressures, which is what I was more expecting out of this comp. But 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, they're kind of doing the same. Getting all their camps out real early here. Tunabreath just moving in. Clearing up this mid lane. Rhaegar trying to get this siege camp out, needs a little bit more time. AnarchY going to get a little bit of extra wave pressure here. Hogger finally having the chance to knock these into tower range. Now we're going to get a little bit of wall damage in from AnarchY. Random Task is playing with fire a little bit there, but does get back to safety as our first tribute gets ready to spawn on the low side of the map. Greymane just pelting away there. I think that Inner Beast has been up for at least 2 minutes. Should be getting ready to spawn. Random Task catches Tuna Breath here, but Greymane just goes into Wolf and says, alright, let's throw. Trunks going for a channel here. Random Task gonna be slowed down, and Hanzo not able to get the interrupt on the objective. Random Task has jumped out. Greymane can't chase forward though, but that's gonna be a curse point over going over to AnarchY. I need some water. Delicious agua. Back camp 30 seconds, Bruiser in 2 minutes.
Gather tribute or face my curse.
Murden
The choice.
will discover where AnarchY was hiding at. Next tribute spawning on the top side of the map. Slightly on the side of 30 to 50 feral Hoggers here. Doesn't look like Greymane's on the way. It looks like Greymane's going to just chew on the bottom lane here. So we'll see how much interrupting on this objective can be done. Mei and Whitemane not on the way, though. Hunterlust trying to move back will do so, so no interrupt on the objective. Instead, they're just going to focus this off lane. Bottom wall going to be taken out there. Pressure continues. Did Mei go for that? No, Mei went for Crystallize. Oh, Hanzo's actually taken down there by Malthael, chasing in between lanes. Akari trying to trade off here as we take a quick moment to check there. The Joker, they've bit off a little more than they can chew here. Malthael goes down. Zeratul helping to get that takedown. A timely takedown for 30 to 50 feral Hoggers. We'll see if Malthael can get back here to battle over this tribute spawn. Trunks gonna try to channel here. Random Task. Not gonna need to interrupt as Hanzo had it covered. Malthael now in the vicinity. 10's close, but not here yet for both teams. As Kalkin steps forward next. Possible rotation onto the Joker here. Not able to mount up. Wow, very nice job getting away, but will it be enough to get away? Ice Wall catches 2 as Hogger is caught by Dahaka. What a drag. Now Akari is in a tough spot, will go down. Protoss Rule trying to trade onto Trunks there, but Whitemane with enough self-healing to move out. Protoss Rule has one more set of tricks and will get away. AnarchY, well, they're starting up their boss. 10's are in here. You saw that Ice Wall coming out from Mei. Go for the throat is it for Greymane. Isolation, Last Rites, and the Divine Reckoning is the option for Whitemane. Over on the side of 30 to 50 feral Hoggers as they get their own boss going. We've got the Avatar, Might of the Nerazine, Dragon Arrow, Shockwave, and Ancestral Healing. Boss is claimed there. Hunterlust is going to see that everyone's in and ready to rock. And they know they can't get here in time, so it'll be a simple boss trade. Next tribute getting ready to spawn on the low side of the map. It is Curse Point here, or yeah, Curse Point for AnarchY, if they pick this one up. Meanwhile, though, Hunterlust going to use that global and stay in the top lane for a bit. Random Task will be dismounted, taking a bit of damage on the way out. Shadow Droid got to make sure not to move too far forward here. Tahaka has now come to join the fight, looking for a drag on the backline, but does not connect. Has to use that dig to get down. May catches Hogger here on the outside. A big silence onto Zeratul. What a catch there from Hunterlust. Isolation, getting the takedown onto Zeratul. Hogger falls as well. And the ult synergy here from the side of AnarchY. They're going to get a lot of pressure in the top lane, and they're going to get this curse. Uh-oh, Hanzo is going to be caught. Jaeger didn't get to back. What a disaster. Hanzo goes down. A split second from getting back to base. Caught there by AnarchY. Very nice pickoff. I wonder... Now I'm wondering... Now I've got a panic crush. If the Joker had put the last rites on Hanzo, and Hanzo got into the base, does the last rite still deal damage while you're inside the well? I may need some science on that one. Chat, let me know. Do you know the answer to my question? 20 seconds left on this curse, as now the keep is in jeopardy. Malthael looking to step forward. This minion wave is just rocking down this keep. Greymane chewing it down as well, and all of a sudden, less than 10 minutes into the game, AnarchY have taken down a keep. Hunterlust pushed away there by Protoss Rule.
My curse subsides.
And wow, incredible damage this early on Cursed Hollow. Falcon stepping up there. Random Task jumps onto the point. They're going to try to fight over this. Dragon Arrow stuns onto 4, but May stuns 2 in response. Ice Wall comes out, and AnarchY steals the point. Can they get away here? Shockwave from Hoggers slows down Tahaka. The White Mane has the healing. I thought that 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, that might have been their chance to jump back into this, but great peels and great escapes from AnarchY. Only 1 point on the curse has been claimed by 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers so far. Looks like trying to play aggressively on the top side of the map with their level 16s here is AnarchY. Looking to possibly catch someone out on a rotation. But it is Zeratul. Zeratul's going to be very tough to lock down. Shadow Droid starting to move away. They're looking. They see Zeratul. There's the double blink. The Joker is on the chase here. Not able to catch up, though. Boss is up in about a minute. Bottom lane Siege Champ pushing in has to be dealt with by 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. 45 seconds top boss, but our tribute is now spawning. Will we see 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers go try to fight down a Palantir, or do they just eat this and try to even up their lanes and even up the experience? Tahaka with the Tunneling Claws and the Lurker Strain. About as safe as you can get on that Tahaka build. Aside from maybe going Health Quest. Tribute spawning, looks like 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Not super worried about it here. They know that AnarchY needs 3 of these to be able to get another objective. Boss in 5 seconds on the top side. That could be a fight opportunity. Will they go for it? Tuna Breath's itching. They want to go start it. They are baiting it. Here comes 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They are in the area. Joker riding up here. Random Task trying to get them to move back. Uh-oh. Malthael's going to get the dismounts. Ice Wall catches 2. What a catch from May. Can they follow this up? Shockwave is going to be interrupted. Hogger goes down. Rhaegar goes down. Incredible engage there from Shadow Droid. That is a double takedown, and they might be able to just pick themselves up another keep here.
Has destroyed a fort.
Bottom fort did go down. Let's see where on the map they can put some pressure.
Gather
Looks like they're, instead of going for the keep, they're going to go for the boss.
choice is simple.
Just jumping straight onto this boss. Next tribute is right next to the boss as well. Seven seconds spawning. Gonna leave Shadow Droid. Looks like they're just gonna leave Hunter Lust here. Getting a little bit greedy, but looks like it will pay off as 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers just come straight down to the bottom lane to deal with this boss. So that's a quick 2 curse points here for AnarchY. Looking super strong here on Cursed Hollow. Get this top boss rolling. Dahaka's got all the lanes pushed in. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They're certainly not out of this. Cursed Hollow is a map where one late game teamfight victory and all of a sudden you're across the map looking at the core. But
Shall we see who
they are
gathers
in a
enough
tough
tributes
spot
this
for
time?
sure. Shadow Droid is going to
Blue
tag
team's
random
core
task
is under
there.
attack.
Hunter Lust, just in case, throwing out a drag attempt, didn't quite connect. The Joker moving on forward here, wanting to start something. Zeratul moving in here, though. Oh no, Dragon hits. Malthael is down. This is the opportunity that they were looking for. Ice Wall catches 2. Can Trunks get away here? Whitemane trying to get the self-healing, does get some extra off, but the chase is going to be relentless here from Zeratul. That's Whitemane going down. Oh no. Shadow Droid in trouble next. Scatter doesn't connect, but May's still going to fall.
Red team has destroyed
They lose their keep, but they get the triple
Blue team's
takedown.
core is under attack.
Random task picking up the curse point. Malthael getting a little overzealous there, fighting before level 20. And that's a lot of catch-up experience that just went over to the side of 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Tunabref doing a little bit of dueling there. Random task over the wall. Great stun. Greymane goes down. A stagger there as well.
Or face my curse.
Luckily, boss is not on the map here if you're AnarchY. But this should be a tribute and a curse going over to 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. So now Hunter Lust is going to be captured here. Skullcracker chased down. Looks like Dahaka has enough speed to move away. Top and bottom lane are pretty pushed in with these catapults. So this curse will even up the lanes a little bit, but not a ton.
Now, you
Greymane's still down for 15 seconds here. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They're going to rotate down. Look at this bottom lane. Hunter Lust sees them coming. Gets behind the gate. Still 20 advantage here for AnarchY. Greymane is now on the way back. This is not the advantageous position that they were hoping for. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, they've nearly got their 20s here. Doubling back towards the mid-fort. Take this down and secure their 20s. What was looking like a sure thing for AnarchY is all of a sudden looking a lot more even than it was a couple minutes ago. Lane's starting to collapse here onto the right side of the map. Random task stepping up as the curse is getting ready to end. Which means this keep is going to start firing. Can Shadow Droid catch anyone here? Doesn't go for it. Dahaka bursts out. No team fight to be had. All of a sudden, we're 20-20. Look at this. Like I was saying earlier, Cursed Hollow is one of those maps. One good late-game team fight, and all of a sudden, you're knocking on the core. Boss is still about a minute away. Cruiser camps are up, so teams are just doing what they can out here on the map. To 50 Feral Hoggers. Getting as much camp pressure out as they can. Cruiser Camp's going to clash in the mid. Zeratul still showing in the top lane. Next tribute will be on the top side of the map here. AnarchY playing carefully. 30 to 50 feral hoggers also being pretty conservative with their position. But bottom boss is now ready. Malthael has to scout it out. The Joker, jeez, just running right past that bush. As we see Hanzo scouting it out, boss is going to be started. The Joker sees that it's happening. Dahaka ready to join. 3 discovered in that top bush. Dahaka is here. The boss is abandoned. Random task stepping forward. Stun goes out onto Mei. Protoss rule going after the back line. Triple stun out onto Mei. Pops the cryo freeze though. This is a big turnaround moment for AnarchY. Random task in trouble. Jumps back. There's the double splash healing, getting everyone pretty healthy on the side of 30 to 50 feral hoggers. Ice Wall catches 3. Oh no, Akari can't escape. Malthael is just gonna shred through everybody. It's a triple takedown, and once again, Shadow Droid just smurfing on them with his Mei Ice Wall. They're gonna pick up the boss just for good measure, but this should be a simple walk to the core here for AnarchY. They're gonna grab this, and now they're gonna start to move out. Unbelievable catch there from Shadow Droid. First they weather the storm, they get the cryo freeze. I don't know if flash freeze activated or if that was just a normal trait pop there. But wow, oh wow. AnarchY with a flashy teamfight victory, and they're going to pick up the win here on Cursed Hollow. The Joker getting run down here, but the core is getting past 50%. Zeratul is caught. GG has been called. AnarchY going to go up 2-1 here in this best of 5. GG. Unbelievable plays there from AnarchY. They were ahead for a lot of that game, but 30 to 50 feral hoggers, they weren't ready to give it up. Nearly coming all the way back there. Solid performance from them. Let's go to the post game. Checking it out here. Jaeger on the Hanzo for 30 to 50 feral hoggers. Top hero damage coming out there, a little over 46,000. The Joker on Malthael actually leading the way on hero damage for AnarchY, a little over 44 from the Reaper of Souls there. But wow, Shadow Droid on Mei. Incredible, incredible gameplay there. Check out the talents. Let's get that scoreboard up to date, and we will prep for Game 4. Very, very good. Thank you, Papa Patience. I gotta refill my water, actually. We are going to Garden of Terror here for map number 4, which if we do go to a Game 5, leaves Alterac, Infernal Shrines, and Sky Temple as our possibilities for remaining maps. Drafts up, let's jump in. Alrighty. This one chosen by AnarchY, as we see Junkrat once again hitting that ban board from 30 to 50 feral hoggers. Gardenia of Terror. We could see this similar sort of macro style to Cursed Hollow, where you're just hitting all the camps, running around the map, and the objective sort of comes secondary. Where's the Cocatter? The Cocatter was here for a minute. He's since moved over that way. He was over in the other room for a minute. I don't know. Can't pin him down. That's kind of the advantage of getting a dog. A dog, you'll be like, lie there, and you'll be like, okay, and just lie there for 7 hours. Cat will be like, lie there, and you'll be like, and then just leave. Global's getting banned out once again. Falstad removed, Dahaka removed, and no Johann is allowed, according to AnarchY. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, happy to lock in that Blaze first pick once again. Calkin bringing the noise on the Fireman. Linebus is looking at you. I wish Linebus was looking at me. I see you, Linebus. Now I gotta know, Linebus, are you letting it grow back in immediately, or are you, you keeping it clean for a couple weeks post-incentive? I gotta know. Trunks going back to the white main here. Hunter Lust reprising the role on Leoric. Am I married? I am, Xeno. Been married since 2017. Akari going for the Anduin Protoss rule. Back to the Vala. Hard to go wrong with that super range damage. Mid-ban here from AnarchY. They don't have a tank of their own, so they don't necessarily want to narrow that pool. Let's see, Garden of Terror. They could get rid of something like a Sylvanas, that's been played. Well, they will whittle down the tank pool, and Uberak is removed. Okay. Hmm, 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Let's see. They want to play tank chicken here. No, they're just going to stick with their Zul'jin ban strategy. Bummer. Oh, don't worry, Xeno. You'll find a nice caster someday. AnarchY with the next two picks. They need a tank. They need some damage. Tuna Breath going for Greymane. Shadow Droid says, hey, the May's working. Let's rock it again. Couldn't agree more. Are they running basically the same draft here? If they take Malthael, I think it's literally the same draft. They could... I mean, it's Garden of Terror. You could totally run Leo, Malthael, Greymane, and just take all the camps and siege side lanes and run it exactly the same way as Cursed. Random task goes for Muradin. Jaeger on the last pick. Taking the Kael'thas. Big damage combo between Vala and Kael'thas for sure. The Joker. Are they literally going to run it back? No, they're going to go for the Jaina this time. Interesting. Looks like the Joker taking the Greymane Tuna Breath going over to Jaina. So that is a little bit more burst damage in these fights. Last time they didn't really need the burst damage. But yeah. We'll see how this variation works out for them. Here we go. Game number 4 on the left in the blue. It is 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Protoss rule on the Vala. Jaeger playing Kael'thas. Akari on Anduin. Calkin on the Blaze. And Random Task playing Muradin. On the right in the red, looking to take down the series is AnarchY. Trunks on White Mane. Tuna Breath playing Jaina. The Joker on Greymane. Hunter Lust is on Leoric. And Shadow Droid is on the May. Let's do game number 4. Vala going auto attack quest. Kael'thas looking for globes. Jaina looking for globes. Leo doing a quick swipe and then boogieing on out of there. So mid wave clear will be very quickly taken down by 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. A random task tries to interrupt this rotation. And interrupt the rotation they did. Mission success. Approaching the 1 minute mark when all camps become available. See if there's going to be any invade shenanigans or if everyone's just going to stick to their side of the map. Greymane heading up to the top side, going to start the Bruiser camp first. Looks like Jaina going to go ahead and help out with that. That should definitely speed up the process. Looks like Vala and Anduin will be the duo here for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, knocking out these camps. White main having to cover the top lane for the moment. Well, Jaina coming up here just to put a little bit of a hurtin' onto Blaze. This Bruiser camp pushing on forward. Oh, there's a turnaround stun. Jaeger getting some good damage there onto Jaina. Kalkin, though, not respecting the wave collapse. Getting a little bit below 400 health there. Sometimes you gotta watch out for that wave. If it's wailing on you for too long, that's quite a lot of damage. Maze level 1. Heat transfer. Basic attacks against stunned, rooted, or slowed heroes deal 33% more damage. Each time Maze stuns or slows an enemy hero, she heals for 19 health. It's basically an auto attack talent. First seed is spawning on the low side of the map here. Teams are just getting their lanes all cleaned up. Cruiser camps in both lanes being dealt with here. As our seed is prepped. Thought they were just going to go for a quick cap, but it looks like they're going for Protoss rule here. Greymane stepping up, needs another auto. Ooh, Jaina couldn't quite get that cone of cold to connect. Protoss rule escapes. Hunter lost, oh geez, showing up a little bit bruised, but coming in to help out, and the first seed point goes over to AnarchY. Siege camp for AnarchY being picked up, as the top siege camp was also claimed by 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Pretty similar camp rotations from our teams. It all starts again in about a minute's time. Next seed spawning on the top left. Uh-oh, the Joker going way out there. Uh-oh. Did not think that there were 4 members there. Maid might not be able to get out of here either. The cryo freeze looks like it was enough healing, and Shadow Droid will escape. Yeah, the Joker just did not feel the pressure there. Good flank by 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They take down first blood. Nice chastise there from Anduin as the seed is ready to be gathered. Hunter Lust, nice drain there, getting some health back. Is that hopelessness? It is hopelessness. 25% extra drain range. That's not going to help versus the gank attempt, though. Hunter Lust getting down to 60. Oh, no crossfire. Kalkin can't lock down the takedown. Joker trying to get across. Does get a splash interrupt. Here comes AnarchY. They're not letting this one go for free. Trunk's going to start the channel. Nice job by May, just pushing everybody back. That'll be 2-0 on these points for AnarchY. There's so many of these little corridors on Garden of Terror that Maze Blizzard just covers the entirety of. Definitely taking advantage of that. May taking a little bit of a combo there, but then just presses trait and feels fine. Tail Thaw, so it's going to be bumped back into stun range, and Jaina there for the follow-up along with the Greymane. AnarchY gets their first takedown of the game. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, they do have their heroics online. We've got the Avatar, Light Bomb, Rain of Vengeance, Phoenix, and Bunker. Next seed getting ready to spawn on the low side. 10s are in for AnarchY as well. Cursed Bullet is the choice for Greymane, along with the Divine Reckoning, Entomb, Ice Wall, and Water Elemental. Tuna Breath staying safe on the right. Rightly so, as the gank gang was on the way. Got a bruiser split push going on here. Hunterlust looking to step up and delay this. Shadow Droid has didn't hit with the has to use the blizzard to interrupt. Joker in trouble. Random task going right into the backline. Gonna have to be saved there. Ice Wall catches Muradin as the Joker trying to get away from Kalkin will do so and is healed up quite effectively by Whitemane. Blaze is popped there by Jaina. Random task interrupted on that jump. A little bit of a slow on the back, and 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers appear to have been rebuffed. Hunterlust, watch out with that living bomb. Doesn't spread it. Tuna Breath is going to connect with the objective. Garden Terrors are spawning in. Tuna Breath trying to solo everybody there. Kael'thas putting out the hurt as well, but AnarchY will survive the flames. Terrors are moving in, top lane with this bruiser camp. Definitely going to be taking down this fort. Bottom lane has most of the pressure from AnarchY pouring in now. The Yorick staying around the mid, seeing if maybe this fort can be picked up as well. Top fort down, bottom fort down. Mid is, I believe, going to be saved. Looks like it is saved. Where will AnarchY go? Will they just double back and pick up this mid fort? They've got an opportunity. Looks like they're staying around the bottom side, though. And ultimately, they will double back and just knock this down. So, first objective picked up, and all 3 forts will fall. Once again, strong start here for AnarchY. Uh-oh. The Joker tries to roll back to safety and avoids the CC. Random task. Gonna use the light bomb to engage onto 3. Bunker put out by Blaze as a retreat. Kalkin goes forward and stuns 2. Random task stepping up with another follow-up, but that's a 4 put into the ice wall. Is that enough to escape, though? Trunks trying to move back on no mana. May shuts the door and AnarchY gets away. Really great engage there from 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, but the burst healing from May and the time stop from, or the burst healing from Whitemane and the time stop from May, absolutely on point there. Back to 0-0 on the seed points. AnarchY rolling in here, looking for a camp invade, and they will do so. Protoss rules peeling out of trouble. Camp stolen. Greymane and Shadow Droid will get back. Seed now spawning in.
Gather the seed, heroes.
Lane pressure in the favor of AnarchY, so they will have the opportunity to just tag this and quickly pick up their point. $13 to 13 in levels, pretty close on kills, pretty close on experience. Map pressure definitely in favor of AnarchY here, but 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, they're primed to bust out and move ahead. We'll see if they can do it. Random task scouting forward, but Shadow Droid sees them coming. 3 members are here. Camp is taken by AnarchY. They're looking for May. There's the Unstoppable and the Cryo Freeze. Ults flying everywhere. Random task in the backline being focused is able to jump over the wall. Kael'thas bombs are doing some big hurt there as Blaze moves in with the jet propulsion. The ice wall catches Blaze on the way out. It is Hunterlust going down first, and AnarchY has to try to move away. Great stun from Random Task is going to be the end of Shadow Droid. Double takedown here for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, and that's what I'm talking about. They find their opportunity, they get their 2 takedowns, and now they're getting ready to open up this map a little bit. AnarchY able to get their bruiser camp in the meantime. Bottom fort will be going down.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
The Yorick spawning pretty far out there, but wiggles away from disaster. Taking their time with this capture. Joker coming in, throwing out the curse bullet, random task. Jumps out of that entomb. Grayman able to be pulled out. Light Bomb will not connect. Kalkin going right in there. Nice Phoenix placement from Kael'thas. Pushing everyone back. And AnarchY decides they don't want to push in towards this objective anymore. Kalkin managed to avoid getting dismounted. AnarchY going for just a straight 5v5 camp steal. They see 2 on the top lane, so they know they can get this easily. Have no problems doing that. Next seed called here on the top side of the map.
Be ready for it.
The Yorick catching up this bottom lane here. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers going to try to clear out the bottom lane before they have to answer the call of the objective. Just get it bruised enough before they have to be on their way. AnarchY doing a nice while we're here siege camp.
Isn't nature splendid?
And we're going to have ourselves another battle.
Seed for me.
Everyone's here. Everyone's ready. Shadow Droid looking to catch. Start up this fight. First bullet goes out onto random task. AnarchY staying, trying to stay safe here. There's the stun onto the front. Double hit there from Jaeger as Shadow Droid goes in, catches one on the ice wall. Light Bomb random task jumps into the back with 3, but there's no damage follow-up there. A lot of healing coming out, but that's a huge Rain of Vengeance. Stunned is big from Blaze as well. Leoric goes down. Random task jumping forward with a big hit on the Dwarf Toss. Tunabref in trouble. Is going to survive for now. Is there going to be enough follow-up? Kael'thas with a pop. Jaina goes down. They're caught underneath the fort here. Kael'thas with an awesome double knockup for the triple kill. Ends up being a quad here for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. And it looks like the damage is starting to become a little bit overwhelming for AnarchY. Still in a decent spot on the map, but all of a sudden, their team fight not looking so good versus this scaling squad from 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Keeps still standing on both sides. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers now with a solid level lead due to these team fight victories. And they're looking to pick themselves up in objective phase with this next turn in. This next channel, I should say. We're back to 5v5 though. All ults are ready. See who gets the jump on the other this time. AnarchY's got to feel a little bit shaken right now, but if they can calm their nerves and come into this next fight and be ready to go, they're still looking pretty good here on the map. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers, they're not, looks like they don't want this fight. Very interesting. The team fight has been their stronger point this game, but instead they're just going to let this go to 2-2. Maybe they're hoping they can get the level 20s before the next trib spawns. That could be the play here. If they can get that 20 advantage, that gives them a big leg up on the next team fight. See if that is indeed going to happen. But they've only got 30 seconds. I don't know if they have time to get level 20s. This lane is pushed out all the way. They can't really get it. They can get this lane of experience. This lane's kind of pushed out. They can't really get it. I don't think they're going to get their 20s. Shadow Droid's out here looking. Protoss rule is slowed down. Kalkin tries to get the stun, does land it onto Greymane. The Joker peels out. And this is a pre-20 fight. Hunterlust catches Jaeger. That's Bunker coming out as well, saving that front line. Ice Wall catches one as Random Task stuns the front with that light bomb and jumps back to safety. Kalkin, in the middle of a lot of pain, is still surviving, though. The Joker in major trouble, somehow surviving. Random Task gets out of trouble with less than 1,000 health. Shadow Droid very low. Blaze is going to trade out for May here. Oh my goodness. 1 for 1 in that scuffle. AnarchY found a great moment to find a fight, but they couldn't quite knock down the targets that they were looking for. And this is going to be Garden Terrors going over to 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Terrors do not lose health walking across the map, so this one walking across slowly will eventually get there with a lot of health.
Rise, my terrors.
AnarchY looking to find their 20s
From your enemy.
and not get picked off on this defense.
My terrors. Uproot your enemies.
Midford is the initial focus here for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. AnarchY just doing as much poke as they can, but they don't want to overcommit here, especially in that zone between the fort and the wall. Top is getting whittled down a little bit by the minions along the way. Hunterlust putting a swipe out, but is going to have to try to get behind the wall. Pops the Unstoppable as mid is taken down. Shadow Droid gets stunned out there and not able to go out and look for something. Oh, going in, Kalkin misses with the shadow, with the jet propulsion. 20s are in for AnarchY. Shadow Droid taking some hits. Uses the Cryo Freeze to go back to full. The Oryx in the top lane clearing away the objective. Curse Bullet does not hit onto random task. Keep down to half here. They're trying to work this down. Shadow Droid trying to find a position here. The York is ready. That's an ice wall. It's going to catch Anduin. Huge capture there. Silence and Tomb onto 2. Can they get in range? Oh no, they're caught on Muradin. Muradin stopped everyone on the side of AnarchY, but now Kalkin is rooted. That's going to be a bunker coming out from Blaze, and they're just going to try to surround Kalkin here. Blaze goes out on the low side. Is Kalkin getting away? I can't believe it. Blaze is getting out, but Hunterlust is trying to chase in. Leoric goes down. That's Whitemane falling as well. Jaina, Kael'thas, Blaze are down. Protoss Rule takes out Greymane. Shadow Droid will fall. It's a 5 for 2. I can't believe it. Blaze bought so much time there for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. It's a team wipe, and they have enough damage in this trio to just move in and take this victory. They've got the minion wave, they've got the Vala. This should be a win here for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. I can't believe AnarchY didn't get those takedowns. What a move there from 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. The Yorick is up, going to try to buy some time here. Protoss Rule is just going to stay locked onto the core, though. Anduin's got enough healing. 50% and falling. Protoss Rule's got to move a little bit, though. There's the Light Bomb just buying some time. 30% and falling. And that is going to be it. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. They're sending us to a Game 5. Wow, wow, wow. It looked like a perfect engage there from AnarchY, but 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers seemed like they just had their number in those team fights, just moving and wiggling and just barely surviving long enough for that Kael'thas and Vala damage to become too overwhelming, and we are going to a Game 5. Let's go to the post-game. See what we got here. Protoss Rule and the Vala, 0 deaths in that Garden of Terror. 74,000 hero damage, top siege as well. Protoss Rule bringing the noise there. Tuna Breath on the Jaina, top hero damage for the side of AnarchY. Take a look at the talents, update the scoreboard. We'll prep for Game 5. Oh, goodness gracious. You can see it. It's official. The thing is on the thing. Well, it's that way. It's up. It's up there. I wish I could like poke and my camera would just go that way so I could nudge myself up there and point at stuff. Oh, man. All right, draft is up. Final draft of the night. Let's get in there. Excellent, excellent. Johanna first ban once again here from AnarchY. No Crusaders allowed tonight. Blaze removed by 30 to 50 feral Hoggers this time. Imagine they're thinking about Hogger, being that it is Infernal Shrines, but honestly, this is just a bruiser-centric map. Double bruiser here is totally, totally rad. AnarchY, they're going to ban the Hogger. I feel like that was a little bit, what am I trying to say? Telegraphed, as Junkrat is then ultimately removed. You know what I just realized? There has been a complete and utter lack of Brightwing in this series. No bans, no picks. Shadow Droid going for the May. Strongest foot forward here for AnarchY. I just realized that. Brightwing has been such a staple in most of my series this season, and I just realized has been entirely absent in this set. See if anyone wants to flip over to that, or if they're just happy with their healer choices. 30 to 50 feral Hoggers. Kalkin goes for the Leo. Protoss rule says, you know what? We're getting wins. Let's finish it off with the Vala. AnarchY, they get the Zul'jin that's been banned so many times. The Joker locks it in. Is it the fabled Zul'jin of power, or will it ultimately betray them? You never know. Hunterlust opting for Dahaka here. Gonna get our global bruiser power. 30 to 50 feral Hoggers. You see the Mei Zul'jin Dahaka. We're gonna get rid of that white mane. Get Trunks off that rhythm. The burst healing has been quite effective the last couple games. AnarchY. They've been banning a Nubarak in the tank position. Let's see if they want to stick with that. I feel like Muradin's been giving them some problems, though, just with that massive health pool. Still don't want to see a noob. See if Random Task is going to go back to the Muradin, or if maybe it's a Diablo time. What do we got here? What we got is bad posture. Time to sit up. Akari going for the Anduin. Common theme so far this series. Random Task is going to choose that Muradin. Alright. Last two picks. We need a healer. We need a flex for AnarchY. They've got the much banned Zul'jin on their side. Let's see what they're feeling for the last two. Rhaegar the choice this time for Trunks. MJH, ooh, spooky, goes for the Genji. Genji is a world beater. See if MJH has the goods. Jaeger on the last pick here for 30 to 50 feral Hoggers. They've got a draft that's been doing really well for them. The Leoric, I think. Has Kalkin played Leoric? I can't remember if Kalkin played Leoric. But that's the only real difference in what they're doing so far. What do we got for Jaeger? Sticking with the Kael'thas, okay. I thought maybe there might be a switch there after seeing the Genji, but you know, go with what you're feeling. It's been hitting those nether winds. You could chase them with the living bomb. Maybe you rely on the arcane barrier and you just look to win that way. The drafts are in. We're headed to our final map. Everybody dance. Everyone's bringing their best stuff. Here for game number 5. Big skill clash. Is there going to be any sneaky strategies? Is there going to be any underhanded business, or are they just going to march into the center of the battlefield and connect? Let's find out. We're going into Game 5. Game number 5, our final match of the night. On the left in the blue, it is 30-50 Feral Hoggers. Kalkin on the Leoric, Akari playing Anduin, Random Task on the Muradin, Jaeger on Kael'thas, and Protoss Rule on the Vala. On the right in the red, AnarchY, the Joker on Zul'jin, MJH on Genji, Shadow Droid is on the Mei, Trunks playing Rhaegar, and it is Hunterlust on Dahaka. A Beck clip? Yes, I have Follow Me, the Beck song. Or the song from, it's the actual Beat Crusader song, but it is from Beck. That's my follow little thing. Kalkin discovered there on the top side, going down to about half as the mid-wave clear commences. Zul'jin, of course, going to be stacking that baseline auto-attack quest. Is Genji going to trade into Leoric a little bit here? And the rotations will commence. Dahaka's gone for the speed quest as Shadow Droid having to get out of trouble there. Avoid spreading the bomb. Vala going for auto-attacks. Kael'thas going for globes. Immediately jumping on the mid-camp here is AnarchY. We'll see if they're going to maybe want to run down to the bottom camp right after, since they're doing it so quickly, or if they're going to try to jump on the left side. I feel like the left side is a little bit overzealous. Zul'jin just going to happily move in and stack. Mei not going to be able to dive onto the point or anything, but it didn't seem like that was their plan, especially since Leoric came down to defend. I thought they would just run straight at bottom camp. I'm a little surprised they considered going left, but maybe they thought they'd find just like 2 people there or something. Zul'jin gonna start the bottom camp. Can Zul'jin survive this? Oh, with Rhaegar there you can. So instead they're just gonna go ahead and sneak this. Random task. Not coming straight down, and camp goes over to AnarchY. Dahaka wiggling away, getting away from the Drain Hope. As the wave clear and rotations just continue here in the early game. Going to be looking at a Frozen Punisher in the top lane as our first objective call, coming up in a few seconds here. Both teams getting their Shaman camps prepped and ready to go. The Joker playing fast and loose with that health total. Ultimately feeling fine, though. Shaman camp's going to be claimed. Genji holding it down in the off lane for now, but it looks like the teams are on the way. Hunterlust cuts off Kalkin for now. Shrine is now selectable. Leoric maintaining pressure versus Dahaka here. See if Dahaka is going to try to come up for this fight. So far, just matching Leoric's rotation. Shrine has been tagged, and the clearing shall commence. Tanks will discover one another there. Shadow Droid a little bit light on health coming into this, but should still have trait if necessary. There's that trait. Shadow Droid goes up to full, but now is starting to run out of tricks. Getting really bursted down there, and Mei will get caught. Did not respect the CC train. Right now, Zul'jin on 3 out of 30 of those baseline stacks. 29 auto attack stacks for Vala. 11 globes here for Kael'thas as Jaeger. Nice double stun. We'll move back to safety. The Joker just trying to stay on the edge here and farm autos. MJH moving in, looking at Kalkin here. Neo going to receive some healing and be okay, though. May is now on the way back. Is AnarchY trying to wrap up some of these minions? Hunterlust drags in Muradin here. Leo's going to be the one caught on the front line and will be taken down. The Joker chasing forward, trying to finish off random task. Muradin gets away. Even on minions so far. As Leoric is about to come back. AnarchY's starting to get a bit of a lead on these. Now a big lead on these, and we'll pick up our first objective. Ooh, Shadow Droid taking a big hit there. Has to cryo freeze some of that health back. The Frozen Punisher is now on the side of AnarchY. See if it can shut down this fort. Sometimes the frozen ice placements are not kind. There we go. We are going to get some shutdown structures. Random task taken down half there as Mate going in after Protoss rule. Doesn't quite find the stun. Muradin a little bit low here. MJH looking for an opportunity. Dodges the stun from Kael'thas as the fort will fall. AnarchY not going to push their luck though. They'll take the fort and then peel on out of there.
Red Team's Punisher has been
Red Team's Punisher has been slayed. That was a perfect demon voice, chat. Claps in the chat. Speaking of claps in the chat, I should make sure I have, like, basic emotes enabled on Twitch. I haven't been on Twitch in a minute. I gotta make sure that, you know, I've got stuff upgraded. Everyone's on the 7 TV now. I gotta make sure I got those emotes going. Oh, goodness. The streamer life. 10s are in here for AnarchY. We've got Taz Dingo, Ice Wall, X Strike, Isolation, and Ancestral Healing. 10's now also in for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Avatar, Light Bomb, Green of Vengeance, Entomb, and Phoenix. He's Kalkin on the outside, looking for an Entomb. Doesn't quite get the catch, though. Good flank attempt. Next objective is going to be in the bottom lane. Should be announced pretty soon here. It's Hunterlust poking their head in, just seeing if there's anyone out of position. Spare any kills, spare any kills. None to be spared. NG finds random task here on this rotation. Shadow Droid coming up. Ooh, Protoss rule. Nearly walking into trouble. Well, cagey on these rotations as NJH goes way forward there. Scouting things out. Oh, looks like 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Oh, they got bullied off the camp. Nice pickup there by AnarchY. There's a lot of hanging out between lanes. I keep trying to move into lanes and I'm like, oh, they're staying here. Let's check it out. Oh, no, they're still back in lane. See, I'm trying to go to mid. We'll see if they start doubling back. Oh, no, they're going to come to lane. Yes, we did it. Looks like we got an Arcane Punisher coming up in the bottom lane for our next objective. Shaman camps being claimed on both sides. The top fort is already down, so those periodic catapults will create some extra pressure for AnarchY. And they do have the 13 advantage as well for a short time. See what they want to do with that. They're running across here. There's 2 damage dealers in the top. Protoss rule. Whoa. Ice Wall not going to get the catch. A cheeky effort there from Shadow Droid. That is going to put them significantly behind on this objective. I did see 2 damage dealers up there, but the heat was felt by 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. Genji comes in just to spook Leoric away. Kalkin actually taking a lot of damage. There's the X-Strike. Can they find the takedown? They get the drag onto Random Task, who has to pop the Avatar, slowed by May. The Joker, oh, is stunned out. Nice fadeaway Stormbolt. Protoss Rule pushed away, and AnarchY are just... with that Genji, they can reach out a lot further than their comp seems to be meant to. All of a sudden, they're even on this objective. The Joker is caught. Kalkin, though, is going to eat the axes and will go down. MJH looking to wrap up some kills on the back, but everyone's staying pretty grouped there. AnarchY, successfully winning another skirmish, are going to pick up this Punisher. Genji sieging in with that level 13 Shingan, because Genji should definitely have a siege talent. Bottom fort going to be going down no problem. Still a lot of health left on this Punisher. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers setting up for the defense. There's the jump over the wall. Random Task dragging it into position. Looks like the keep wall going to go down, but not much else. AnarchY peels away. 10 out of 30 stacks here for Zul'jin on the baseline quest. 61 auto attack stacks for Vala. The Hawk is nearly done with the speed quest. Kael'thas is done with the globe quest. MJH caught there, but will get away. Random Task decides not to go in with that light bomb. Probably for the better. Now AnarchY with their level 16s, they're going to bully their way onto this mid-camp once again. Protoss Rule, scouting it out, but no engage to be had. Dahaka doing a great job. Uh-oh, Ensnare goes out onto Leoric. Kalkin going to have to be saved by Akari. And Ensnare 13 comes at you quick. Not something you always expect from Zul'jins. That's not picked 100% of the time. Sieging of the mid-fort commencing. Dahaka in the back looking for an engage is a little bit split here. And Tomb from Kalkin does not quite catch Hunterlust, but a good effort there. Fort does fall. Ice Wall? Ooh, the chasing Ice Wall does not catch anyone. Shadow Droid fishing there didn't quite get a catch. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. It seems like they're just sort of slowly losing on the map, but they've been in this position multiple times so far in this series. And they found the opportunities to just pounce on a team fight and all of a sudden bust the map open. So don't count them out just yet. They're getting close to their level 16s. Next objective in the mid is going to be called soon. AnarchY's going to have to watch out. Bottom keep a little bit hurt here as MJH throwing in some shurikens. Dahaka and Leoric passing in the night there. Oh, and Snare comes on out. Leoric doesn't have a walk to get out of here. Kalkin in trouble. Leo goes down. Good job by AnarchY pouncing on that cooldown. And that's going to lead to a Shaman Camp steal. Shaman Camp stolen as the shrine is getting ready to activate. Looks like they're headed back to their own Shaman Camp next. Gonna try to pin 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers back in their own base with this double top lane push. They do have their 16s, and Leoric is going to be back for this objective phase. So this could be the fight that they're looking for. Kalkin, though, immediately going down to half because Genji is a fair and balanced hero. And the Mortar Punisher phase has activated. Phoenix goes out into the pit. It's the Feral Hoggers. They want to make sure they win this objective phase if possible. MJH goes into the back. Avoids the stun train. There's the Ensnare going out. This random task jumps in, but will be stunned by May. Dragged from Hunterlust, pulls Akari out of position. Self-light bomb for self-preservation. That's a triple on the ice wall. This is big trouble here for 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. That's Anduin going down. That's Leoric going down next. A drag lands onto Muradin, and that will be random tasks taken out. Triple takedown here. Jaeger being run through as well. Trunks trying to chase forward. Jaeger is Oh, Genji fits the finish just barely. That will end up being a quad here. They're looking at the bottom keep. Could they just be looking at the core? Keep is down. They're going to heal up and they're going to go for it. 10 seconds and counting on Leoric. I think they've got it. GG has been called. Yeah, they've got enough damage here. AnarchY. Decisive victory to end it off here on Infernal Shrines. They get the 6th seed upset, and they will be moving on in the playoffs. GG. Wow, after such a close series, AnarchY just coming out of nowhere, showing why that Zul'jin has been banned. Just, wow, and NGH on the Genji. Incredible, incredible work there by AnarchY. 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers putting up one heck of a fight in this series. Looking fantastic coming down the stretch. Just couldn't quite close it out in Game 5, but a solid, solid effort from them in this series. Let's go to the post-game. Checking it out here. Jaeger on the Kael'thas, top damage over on the side of 30 to 50 Feral Hoggers. A little over 22,000 hero damage in a pretty short game there. MJH on the Genji getting over 40,000 hero damage, just doing Genji things all over the map. Great, great gameplay by MJH. We'll take a look at the talents. Let's get the scoreboard updated, and we'll see if we can get an interview with our winning team. There we go. Hello, Joker. What a series we had today. Congratulations on the win.
Can you hear me? We good?
Yes, I can hear you.
I think I have tinnitus. I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack. Holy hell.
That was about as grueling of a series as it gets. Just as a team, do you have a lot of experiences with these best of fives? I mean, it's a lot of best of threes in NGS and in outside leagues. Do you get to play these sort of 5-game sets a lot?
I'll be honest. As far as competition goes, I'm used to the kind of atmosphere where it's best of 5 from other games, not necessarily this one. So the main focus on that was just to keep everybody calm, including myself, which I'm the biggest tilter there is, so that was difficult. But my main focus all night was calm, composure. We wanted to maintain control. I hope we've pulled that off. The rest of them did. I didn't.
Well, it can be tough out there. I mean, just looking at the stream timer, we've been live for 3 hours. That's a lot of gaming, especially the focus it requires to compete at this level. So, I mean, it's kudos to the team for holding it together through that.
Yeah, thank you so much. We've been working really hard lately on just that, patience and calm, keeping it together and composure later on. I keep telling them, HOTS does take it out of you. People get tired.
It's grueling because you gotta stay on your toes the whole 18 to 25 minutes, however long each map is going to take. There's not really any time to take a break, so it's a mental battle for sure. Just looking at the series as a whole, it seemed like there were some draft plans on both sides that started to change a little bit as the series went on. Were there any major shifts in your sort of ban or pick priority, but going from game 1 through to game 5?
Yeah, we scouted them and we understood that the Joe was a no-go. I don't think they've lost with it this season, is my understanding. And we scouted the Faust and we were concerned about the level 20 ultimate, so we had to make sure that got shut down. But then as they started showing us more, we realized we had to get rid of the Anubarak instead because of how well he played and just crushed us in, I think, game 2.
Hmm.
So we couldn't let him play anymore. And that did change things a bit. We had to swap. I had to put Droid at tank, and I had to pull out 4-man Malthael. And then I think we did it again in the last game. We put Droid at tank so that I could Zul'jin. They finally let me through.
Hmm.
Finally.
Well, I mean, we saw it. It was banned. I might not have been banned 4 games, but I might have been banned all 4 games. I'm trying to remember if there was one where it got through, if it was just the last one. But yeah, I mean, great job out there showing why that hero was consistently mid-banned. Tell me about the 13. Ensnare is not one that I see all the time on Zul'jin. It seems like different players have different preferences there. Is that one that you switch up a lot, or do you really like that activatable?
Q build, it's an essential tactic. The other ones, you don't attack fast enough to get value out of the move speed. And the axes don't make sense with the Q build, so you don't take that. You take the snare and you just rip somebody and take their camp and win the game.
Makes sense. Well, you got some great ensnares there and catching people on rotations. Really, really solid game number 5. Just kind of took control and never let go there. Do you feel like that was just, you got the heroes you were looking for, or was there some sort of draft diff there in game 5?
Well, I'll tell you, in game 5, something happened where when they let the Zul'jin through and they let the Genji through, and I believe Droid was on Mei still, so there was really. I said at the beginning of that game, we're going to win this game. And I felt the entire time that nothing was going to stop us from winning that game. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the comp or comfort. I'm not sure. But I knew we were going to win that game at the start.
Well, the confidence definitely showed there. Just a solid move start to finish on Infernal Shrines. Congratulations on the victory there. Taking a quick look at the tournament bracket. Looks like you're moving on to face the number 1 seed there. Start slow, then taper off.
Oh, wait, right. Yeah. I thought, we watched that last night. Start slow. I actually have plans for them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun series.
Well, we'll definitely be looking forward to that one. Yeah, I mean, tell me a little bit about the division seeds. Do you feel like there's, a definite ladder 1 through 8, or has things been really close throughout the season?
Things have been fairly close. The first game, we 2-0'd them. This series was extremely close the whole way through. They were just a really good team, and we knew we had to really work to get past them. And to be honest, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to do it. Like they're just a really good team, and I believe they dominated us in the set. But from what I've seen in the seeds, everything's anarchy. Everything is chaos. We weren't supposed to be up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We went 1-19 in C Division last season. I don't know why we're here, but here we are.
Well, it's working out pretty good. You're moving into the Beast finals. That's going to be a great one to watch. Joker, thanks for coming on by. Thanks for hanging out with me. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we close out?
Shout outs go to my team for putting up with me. If they that's all there is to it. My team is everything to me. So whenever I rage at them and they put up with it and they're cool with me later, that's all I ever wanted in life. I want to be a good leader, and until they tell me I'm not, I'll keep doing what I'm doing and trying not to, have a stroke.
Well, stay cool and good luck in the next series. Congrats on the win today.
Thanks, Krush. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.